trouble keeping up with the demand. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm just a little tired. Um, and that happens, and you got major snow, or in this case, major winds, major cold air. In an old building, the heating system is using the more modern undersizing to deal with what they suspect would be the appropriate amount of heat demand. The only problem is I don't know if the person who installed the heating system actually remembered to consider the fact that the building is not insulated. Oops, that would be a problem. Yeah, could be, but yeah, I think you're right about the insulation. I'm still trying to adjust the camera for a better shot. Yeah, I'm trying to eye the meeple. In other words, where the red light button is right around my necklace area, which I still have on. It's just underneath the clothes here. Okay, as long as you center it up, okay, you can actually super zoom it, and you'll actually be able to aim right at the necklace, and you'll get a full picture. So the point I'm trying to say is that the temperatures are just going to be really, really inhospitable for tonight and tomorrow. And Saturday is just going to be a wet, really snowy day. Possibly up to 7 to 12 centimeters of snow on Saturday, which is the 17th. The soup kitchen is supposed to be open on the 17th. So we're going to have to see, because the soup kitchen may or may not be. I don't know. And I don't think too many people watched my video I said last night about what the being weather preparations, but if you did watch it, I hope you took it to heart to prepare, because it's only the beginning of, actually right now technically it's still late autumn. Okay, it won't actually be Yule, which is actually when winter starts officially, until December 21st. So you're probably asking yourself why we do the convocation on the 20th at 7 p.m. Mother Asa has told me she wants to work with using universal coordinated time to sequence all of the activities regarding the different weather stewards and stewardesses, so that everybody is in sync. So for me, midnight universal coordinated time on December 21st happens to land on December 20th at 7 p.m. That's why we do it at 7 p.m. And that seems to be a fairly good compromise anyway, because most people are whole relaxed, maybe watching TV crap, and you know what I mean by crap. If you watch American TV, you know what I'm talking about. I don't know what's on Tuesday night, but I have been surprised so much garbage is on TV all the time. Now, I'm not going to get too much into the political stuff, because frankly, I think we all kind of agree. It's just be nice to just not have to worry about all the conspiracies. I'm not talking about conspiracy theory, I'm talking about conspiracy fact, okay? But I will give you this much information. A couple electoral college electors have filed lawsuits in several states, including Colorado and Oregon, asking if they could personally vote for the candidate of their choice, regardless of the pledge. In most states, the judges have said, no dice. You vote as you're told to vote. If you represent the Democrats, you vote Democrat. You represent the Republicans, you vote Republican. Now, that sounds pretty simple. And for the most part, it is that simple. Okay? You have an obligation to vote for representation of your state's presidential candidate. I'm sorry, I'm just so tired. There's 304 electors for Donald Trump. And that means the other 200 odd electors that represent Hillary Clinton also are obligated to vote for Hillary Clinton. Even if they personally feel that they think Donald Trump would have been a better candidate. Interesting news story came out of France, however, that there's consideration that Marine Le Pen, who supports Donald Trump, which represents the French right nationalist group, is also planning to do her own equivalence to policy similar to Donald Trump and have a Frexit, which is like a Brexit for French, protecting French sovereignty. And some people are concerned because George Soros and his ilk are finding themselves ill-prepared to deal with the fact that these people are leaving his agenda because they are not impressed with what they're trying to do. Well, let me just say this much, Mr. Soros. Why do you want to control the world in the first place? It seems like such a... I'm trying to find some napkins. I know I had some. Here we go. No, that's not napkins. Here we go. It seems like such a colossal waste of time that you want to control the world. What do you benefit by doing this action? I mean, it seems to me that if you control the world, you're going to have to deal with all the baloney that goes on every day, right? Now, I suppose there's always a group of people in the world who would rather think it would be kind of awesome to control the world, right? After all, the world represents a whole bunch of stupid people. You know what I'm talking about, right? Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Okay, what are you looking for? Oh, let's make sure it's Sarah. Yeah, it's Sarah. Okay. It seems to me that we live in a time and an age in a world where we have a whole bunch of people that want to control the world because they think it's fun. I think George Soros is doing it out of spite, if you ask me. I think he didn't get something nice for Christmas, and he decided that since Santa Claus didn't give him what he wanted, that he deserves to basically ruin the rest of the world for everybody else. Well, maybe not exactly the real reason, but it makes as much sense as anything. George, you're an old guy, okay? Why do you want to control the world so much? Why does anybody want to control the world? Why does anybody want to have one world government? What's the reason behind all this? Certainly, wouldn't you rather be doing more exciting things? Like having you and your wife go on a cruise around the world, or at least to the Bahamas, and soaking up a couple rays of sun, and enjoying a nice fine meal and stuff like that, and let the young kids deal with the baloney. Why are you spending all of this money to cause so much emotional and political pain? Is beyond me. I know that there's some people who wonder if there's anything to benefit by running the world. Let me tell you something. This world is crazy enough, thank you. We don't need to have somebody control the world. Okay? Just check shit. Okay. I don't even see the reason why you'd want to do it. What is the reason? What do you benefit by ruling the world? What is the globalist agenda going to benefit by ruling the world? Certainly, it doesn't help the average everyday person. You're going to be sitting there and telling people this, that, oh, we're going to run the world because we just think it's fun. Really? Gee, that's kind of hilarious. Is it really fun? Is sitting there in some office somewhere, having to worry about everything from insurrection to potentially getting yourself killed, is that fun? Don't seem like it to me. Well, I digress. You figure it out. I know I'm 48 years old. I know that I don't necessarily want to rule the world. I have a hard enough time just doing what I do in the wintertime, and that's a challenge enough, thank you. Getting people to prepare for the new mini ice age that's coming is hard enough. Trying to warn people to bundle up and keep warm is difficult, because some people just don't believe in doing that. Yeah, I know. So, the whole issue is, when I seriously want to sit on my big giant divan and sit there and dictating memos to my slaves and telling them how I want the people in India to eat, sleep, and excrete. And telling people how America, they have to give all their stuff to the people in India and South America. And how everybody is supposed to basically sing We Are the World and Kumbaya and act like the only way to deal with the uprising of Christians is to go ahead and increase the funding to ISIS. Come on. First of all, it's a colossal waste. And second of all, it's a time-consuming nightmare. And if you think about it, why would you want to do that in the first place? Okay? If you can't answer that question, don't feel bad. You're not alone. I'd rather see a world where people try to respect each other. And notice I said the word try. It doesn't mean they will, but we'll try to respect each other's uniqueness and try to find peaceful solutions to problems without resorting to the power of a gun or a sword or a mace or a crossbow, okay? That's what I rather see. Is that likely to happen? Unfortunately, probably not. Because you see, the problem in this world is there's too many people in this world right now who basically don't want to do nothing but cause problems and pain for other people. That's sad, but it's true. But now, I'm going to tell you right now, we're going to talk about something that I do know about and something that I do enjoy talking about. The weather. Last night, I brought up a couple points to you to consider because it's going to be getting colder. How many of you are going to take what I said to heart is hard to say. Some of you guys are pretty knowledgeable and you know that I'm telling you the straight truth. Things are not going to get better weather-wise. The sun is going into a grand solar minimum. When it goes into a grand solar minimum, it means that there's going to be less excessive heat buildup to feed the earth, to keep the earth's crust nice and toasty. It's like when you put something underneath a broiler in an oven, okay? If the broiler isn't sending so much radiant heat downward, your Quiznos grinder isn't going to be as toasty, right? Very different when you turn the broiler to a higher temperature and because the amount of energy is dropping, the earth isn't going to be as warm. All you have to do is look at Adapt 2030 in Weather Decoded. As I mentioned, Weather Decoded too, because they too covered this weather stuff as well. Maybe not so much the climate change, but they are covering at least the weather, what's going on in the immediate time, short term. But Adapt 2030 has been going through and discussing the whole thing with long-term trends analysis of the past and the present. If you think your heating system in your apartment has a hard time keeping up now, you wait till you see temperatures constantly dipping into the minus 20s in Celsius, day after day after day after day, every winter. It's going to be really hard for any heating system to keep up with that. And if you're on a low-income stratum, then you're going to seriously be in trouble, because most people I know in the low income have inadequate amount of blankets and heavy jackets and gloves and scarves and mittens and face masks. You're going to need all those things. Okay? That's not going to change. Right now, it's cold enough outside with the wind chill to remind you just how nasty it can get. You wait till tonight, and it's going to get colder, and it's been in a long time. If you don't have backup heating system and your main heating source malfunctions, you're going to die. That's not at all wishful thinking. I'm not George Soros. I don't want to see you die. I want to see you live. And that means preparing to have extra blankets and comforters and ideally a secondary heat source. Even if it is an electric space heater. Hey, it's a space heater. It's better than no heat. Okay? Ideally, it should be an independent fuel source that doesn't require utility mains power, but Well, you deal with what you got. It's called survival. Now, don't forget, as I said already, December 20th, 7 p.m. will be the live stream of the convocation. And I worked out the information from T-Mobile regarding the phone bill. And we were able to resolve a few matters with the debts and the bills. Okay. And it's a good thing. By the way, how's your eyes doing? Eyes are doing so-so. The right eye seems like it's getting a little more detail back, but it's still struggling to compare with my left eye, which is very good. My right eye is starting to see more details, but it's not really super great. Right now it's a bit of glare from the sun behind me, but I can almost see the stars and the flag with my right eye. There. So that's something we're still going to work on. Now, as far as, are we going to continue doing these live streams at night? Well, I don't know, because I didn't get a comment on the last live stream. Do it at night, or just do recasts, tape them, edit them, upload them, and then, which just happens to be, it's just obviously, for non-critical news, doing the recasts at night means that I can take my time, get the story right, edit it down, make sure there's no flaws, and then, there's some, no, I did not hear from Coldwater Canyon yet about that one song, that I was thinking about, Jinga Kafran. I'm going to have to contact Coldwater Canyon again, or maybe they're talking to their attorneys. I don't know. I'll find out. Maybe they've already released information on licensing and I just didn't see it. I don't know. I'll check it out. Well, for now, it's not much more to discuss. It's just that tonight will be a good day to bundle up. Make sure to keep the needs of your pets in mind at all times. Your kitties, your puppies, your dogs. Please don't leave them outside in the cold, okay? I know that like my cat Rusty goes outside to do his business, and I know Fame likes to go out on occasion too. But last night was so cold. It was down to -8, okay? At 3 in the morning. The main heat wasn't working very well. It was struggling. I had to turn the electric heater on to compensate for the main heat system. Now, what is interesting is why is our heating system in our building so wishy-washy? Well, actually, I think the reason, and then this is hypothetical, I'm going to be honest when I say this, is after we switched to gas heat, the gas flame is hotter than the heating oil flame in the oil burner. So the high temperature limit control to protect the pipes in the boiler tends to shut down the boiler to cool it down a little bit. Well, the circulator pump is still circulating the water through the pipes in the baseboard radiators and the steam radiators downstairs. So the pipes may not be getting as hot. So, thus it's struggling to get the water really, really hot. That's not my problem, okay? It isn't, okay? I'm not the HVAC technician responsible to maintain that system. But I can tell you that maybe he may need to make some adjustments on the system to maybe set the high temperature limit to a higher temperature to allow the heating system to keep working. Maybe there's something else in the system that's wrong. I don't know. You know? But I can tell you this much. I got backup heat, so it's not like I'm going to freeze to death. I got extra blankets. I got 2 cats that laid on my bed last night. I have a fairly heavy jacket. I got gloves. I have extra candles for light if power goes out. I do have those things. So, the only thing I gotta go up now is pick up some new batteries for my little thermometers that are in my refrigerator, because the batteries in the appears to be in the refrigerator section have died. So it seems like. Maybe they didn't. I don't know. I need to anyway. Because the freezer's working good, but the refrigerator thermometer has kind of failed. So we don't know if the battery's died or if the thermometer failed. We don't know. We'll just check it out. Alright, so look, guys. First of all, I want to thank you very much for watching these videos. And as I said, I'm here at the Open Door Soup Kitchen. I will try my best to be here Monday through Friday. Okay, and the Soup Kitchen is open, or should be open, on December 17th. That's a Saturday. Okay? I will be here, of course, on December 17th, if it's not closed because of the weather. But I'm not going to be doing a live stream until Monday. Okay, so that I'll do it on the weekends. So I will be here tomorrow, which is Friday. I will do a live stream if I make it in here in time. I will do an evening live stream regardless. If you want to see me, meet up with me at the Soup Kitchen, that's where I'll be. And of course, I'll be at the North American Snow King Palace. And I'm welcome your comments, suggestions, concerns, whatever. I've mentioned that many times. Please don't be afraid to leave comments below. I will get them. I will read them. And also, lastly, don't forget that I'm looking forward to having you call the studio. I've given the number many times, and even when I'm not in the studio, you can leave a message. Okay? The phone number is 860-718-6195. Again, that's 860-718-6195. And I will see you really soon. Okay? So I'll see you this evening. And of course, the phone numbers are open. You can always call us, and we will talk. Okay? So for now, have a nice day, guys. Bye-bye. Again, we're gonna let this thing buffer out. So I'm gonna turn the camera off for now, or the microphone off for now, and we'll talk in the morning. I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Bye-bye.